Hello everyone, this is Wei, and today we're going to talk about OpenLive3D, and this is the devlog for 2024 January and February. So in these 2 months, again, we didn't do pretty much anything, but gladly, Google did, right? So if you have been following the channel, you know that we were not able to move forward because we were waiting for Google to release their new holistic model in their new MediaPi Vision task framework. And we are happy to see that in 2024 February 23rd, Google sent an email to many of the MediaPipe subscribers, and in the new MediaPipe 10 0.10.10 release, we're seeing this uh, wonderful changes that they are adding the holistic landmarker web API, like I mark it as red right here in the new JavaScript library. So in fact, this is actually a pretty long email. From this email, we're able to see that in the new MediaPipe release, many had changed, right? So there are a lot of changes that they are cramping into this single release. And since we are having this holistic landmark added to the new vision text framework, we are able to continue the development to use a new framework in OpenLive3D. So here are the things that we will have to do, right? Since we just received this email like February 23 is basically last week, right? So we haven't started doing pretty much anything yet, but there are something that we have to further test, right? So we will need to test the MediaPi Vision framework for two major changes that we're going to implement, right? So I actually have play tested the new MediaPi Vision framework before, right? So I tested the facial landmark library and it worked fine. It worked pretty well. And now that the holistic model is released, right? So the holistic model will include your facial landmark and also your body position. So the holistic model release, we will need to test if the new holistic library also support the 52 blend shape. If it doesn't support 52 blend shape, there is no reason for us to change to the new framework, right? But we think and we suppose that this new update should also include the 52 blend shape, since this is a basic setup for the new vision framework, right? So we will test how the 52 blend shape support is integrated with the new holistic library. And another thing that we really need to test is how we can use the multi-thread setup for the new framework. And this will be critical, right? So if we cannot have this multi-thread setup for the framework, we will not be able to do the migration, right? Because a lot of the performance issue previously were solved or were tackled using this multi-thread approaches so that we can reach 60 or 120 or even more frame rate per second, right? So these two, holistic with 52 blend shape and also multi-thread, are the unknown that I still have to explore. I still have to test and see how it goes. And after I have some tests set up, I will integrate these features into OpenLive3D, and we'll be able to like have this new enable 52 blend shape features into OpenLive3D in the future. And some thought about this ongoing development, right? So I do have some ideas about this, some thinking is that it's it's happy to see that Google is moving on again, because since last year, it doesn't really see that Google are going to release any open source model anymore. After the OpenAI's close AI move, that didn't release anything technically and just want to use their AI model to make money, Google actually closed basically all of their open source model releasing for almost an entire year, right? So for last year, uh, we are not seeing any update from the MediaPipe library since pretty much after February. And in the development chat, we asked the developers, and they are saying that they are preparing for it and they should be able to release it, but the date keep postponing and postponing. And at the end, we thought that we are not going to see this model in our lifetime. But that's Friday, right? So February 23, we're seeing many open source models were released at the same time, including Gamma, right? Including the large language model Gammoni's version, open source version from Google, right? So this is a very positive change, I would say. I'm saying that after 1 year of thought, after 1 year of discovery, I think Google has sorted out what can be released and what they shouldn't release, and they are now able to start contributing to these open source again, and we'll be able to benefit from that with our open source project to use some of these models in our benefit, right? So it will be able to help all of us. And yeah, so since Google have moved on, I will also have to move again, right? So let's keep up the development speed. I will try to set up some test environment for the new library soon, and hopefully by next month, this month actually. So in March, we'll be able to see something. Maybe the integration will not be finished yet, but I think we will be able to answer the two questions that we have asked: the new holistic with 52 blend shape and also multi-thread solutions. And that's it for our review. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.